it comes in many different ways. People are going to go, flat earth is going to save me. God's going to come down and save me. Extraterrestrials going to save me. My ancestors are going to come. The hoochie coochie people from the 18th dimension are going to save me. It's all denial stuff. Because what the guy's really saying is, I don't have the desire to do what it takes to create a plan B for me and my family. So what has he got with denial logic? His plan B with the denial logic is, when in doubt, refer to plan A. Puts all his eggs in one basket. I don't believe in doing that. I believe that you have a plan B, a plan C, a plan D, a plan E. If there's one thing evolution teaches us, is that if you're not resourceful, you die. That's it.
Here's a question. You may not like it. You won't. Marshall was point blank asked in this interview, this is our last one, how do you survive Planet X? And the piece of shit couldn't give a true answer without streaming off his website to make a purchase. His bottom line is to make a buck. That's his bill of sale. You'll answer, Marshall, to your master very soon, sir. A little play on words. And in the real final analysis of Marshall Masters, everyone will see him for the simple, uneducated, brown turd that he is. Your response, Marshall?
You know, over 90% of everything I do is free to the public. All my videos on YouTube, free to the public. Virtually all of my website, free to the public. And as it comes to the price of a book, if your life is not worth the price of a book, your life is not worth the price of a book. And as far as it goes for his choice of language, well, stupid is as stupid does.
Marshall, to the naysayers, what is the best scientific evidence you have that backs the legitimacy of Nibiru/Planet X?
I have, whatever I publish on my site is whatever I'm willing to stand behind. So that's a broad question. I would just say go to my site and you can read about it for free.
That's unusually brief, Marshall. Have I upset you, Marshall, with some of these audience questions?
No, but I think it's just, you know, you have a lot of stupid questions. People aren't asking the right questions. People who do not want to know are going to have all, you know, they're going to do personal slurs. They're going to attack you. They're going to do ugly things. I really don't, you know, these people don't impress me. I don't feel any need to jump down into the gutter with them. And if that's what they're going to do, they're going to snipe from the gutter. Hey, what are you going to do?
Here's a good one. I don't know why, but my wife and I have seen Planet X in southern Ontario, Canada, around 4 to 4:20 p.m. It's right there beside the sun. It's not there every day, but it's there often.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a possible time to see it during the day?
Well, you'd have to look and talk about the time of year and when you have sunrise and sunset. But that they would see it some days at that time and some days not. That would be consistent because it depends on your atmospheric conditions and also how much chemtrail spraying is going on at the time. Chemtrails are really creating a lot of difficulty for everybody who's trying to do sky observations. You know, this is something that astronomers complain about very weakly. They don't, you know, get out there and shout about it too much, but they do talk about how chemtrail spraying is affecting their viewing ability. That's the reason why the best observations are going to be from altitude, where you're above the chemtrail layer.
And no such observations are yet possible?
No, there's been these. I have reported them on my site and in my videos. You know, it's you know, I mean, if you're going to criticize a man's work, do the respect to even see what the guy's doing instead of shooting from the hip. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, people are reactionary. We talked about last show. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. So this kind of comes with the territory, no?
Out of fairness, what if somebody just said, Russell Scott is on radio. He's a corporatist scumbag working for the elites.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
By virtue of the fact, you get that a lot. Is that you, Russell?
No.
Okay. So, thanks for sharing the poop.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm here.
You want a break or what?
No, let's just wrap it. Russell,
Yeah.
this is tedious shit that it's going nowhere. There's no good, solid information going on here. It's responding to a bunch of people who are flipping shit, and they're getting time on the air for no good reason at all. There's nothing constructive coming out of this.
Well, that's why I'm asking if you have some scientific stuff to share with the audience.
I have done that on previous times I was on the show. They can go to my website. They can watch my videos. What? Do I gotta feed them pablum by hand? Is that what they want? Hold me, cuddle me, tender me because I'm too lazy to do my own homework? These are people who got through school on a D+. Ask an intelligent question for once, would you?
These questions aren't intended to upset you, Marshall. They're intended to elicit a response. You have to have an answer to these questions, as ridiculous as they may be. They're frequent. They're commonly asked questions. What's the response?
You're the only host that has ever thrown these many ridiculous questions at me. You're the only one who has ever done something like this. And we're sitting here in this conversation, and I'm going, fine. You got people throwing dirt. You made your point. I mean, at this point, what's the point of going on? Russell, I'm tired of it. I just would like to end this and move on to something else. I got other things to do.
Okay, well, for the audience, they can visit marshallmasters.com. Great website. You can look at books for free, read all the articles. All the scientific stuff is there that backs up the claims. And Marshall, it's been great having you on the program.
Well, it wasn't a mutual experience.